hip hop drum sounds. Today's goal is very simple. I want to try to create hip hop neo soul drum sounds using a real drum set. Let's see if I can do it with just what I have in the barn. Okay, here's some of the stuff I have. Porta Studio 424. I got this Teak 5 series. I don't know how this happened, but it's happening. We got the Tascam 388. Is that like cheating? I mean, pedals, do I want to put some overdrive on it before I go in? I got an old computer. There's a Tascam 246 in there. This Tone Beast preamp, do I want to use that?
Are you gonna help me get the drum sounds?
After about 20 years of therapy and a lot of medication, she'll be okay. There's stuff falling around in there. Ah! Damn. There's just like, it's broken. It's a broken drum head. Let's try it out. I have no idea what brand of snare this is. It's red, and this is a Supraphonic. Throw this guy on. Oh, oh. Never been good at rim shots. This kick is not sounding quite right. I'm using the SM7B, sort of enjoying it right now. And I got this light pillow, but I've heard if you put something heavy on there, something with some weight, it really improves the kick sound. I think I'm also gonna get rid of these toms because I think they're just adding overtones that I don't want. I think the snare is getting really close. I want to mess with the kick a little bit because the kick is not sounding right. I also wonder if putting a 57 on the kick would sound good, but got rid of that tom right there. And I'm wondering if this gummy will help tame my hi-hat a little bit. Oh yeah.
We getting there, we getting there.
Woo-wee! Smaller and smaller, and I like that. I put this cymbal over here to make sure that I wouldn't hit it. I don't even need this. Just kick, snare, hi-hat. Ah! It's a small thing, but these things rattling around may add a vibe that I really don't want. I don't know what the hell's going on here. 57, SM7B. All right, the easiest thing to do first will be to just go into my DAW. So what I'm gonna do is use these mics on the drums. I'm gonna use the Tascam 388 just as a preamp into the DAW. Then, since I'm already plugged in, I will record to the 388 to tape, and we'll see if that makes it sound more like the sound we're going for, that neo soul hip hoppy thing. And then I guess we can throw it to the cassette and see how that sounds. Boom, 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 boom. Made some teeny tiny adjustments using a different beater, a normal, typical, standard hard beater with a little bit of padding on it, and I think that might help with the attack. I like the felt beater, but I want to show you something interesting. At first listen, like the SM7B sounds so much better, but when I applied some EQ, it's almost hard to tell the difference. So listen to the difference between the SM7B no EQ and an SM57 with a little EQ. That's the SM7B right now. 57 again. SM7B. It's like not an enormous difference. If you want to know what I'm doing, I'll show you. So I'm boosting 50K about, I don't know, what is this? I don't even know what these markers mean. 3 dB. That's my EQ that I added to the 57, and I was boosting the lows a little bit on the SM7B anyhow. And I added a little bit of high to the SM7B to match the 57, which seems a little bit brighter. Really cranking the sizzle on the high end of the snare seems to really bring out that sound. Listen. I mean, the kick needs work, but it's getting there. Very interesting. Burying the beater versus not burying the beater. You lose so much low end when you bury the beater. I'm doing all the EQ in here, and I'm gonna hit it pretty hard, but not overly hard. Somewhere in between. I'm chopping it up because that's the sound, right? It's the sampling sound. What I did was I added an exciter and I boosted the bass. That's all I did, and it sounds like this. There's no compression, there's nothing. Definitely not distorting the kick too much and the snare just a touch. Oh! But now we'll add some scary sounds. Now we're going to record to the 424. It's been a while since I used this machine. It's fun. I really like the satisfying clicky feeling. The tape we're using today is, I don't know, you probably know what this is better than I do. An XL2 position high. Here we go. I heard that was a good tape. A lot of times in hip hop, it's like the chords are like fucked up, right? Had to do some other stuff, but it's a couple hours later and now I'm back to this. Now what I'm trying to do is take the drums that I recorded in the box, right? Remember, I went through the Tascam 388 to tape and I went out of there and I recorded to the DAW. Now I'm going to fiddle with the digital drums to see if I can get them to sound like the ones that were recorded to tape. So here's the ones that were recorded to tape. I really messed around for a while and I'm really happy with these settings. So first of all, what I did was I took some white noise here and I just added it to the drums that are straight in the DAW. So I just got white noise going all through there. And all the drums are going just like kick and snare, and those are going to this bus. And on the bus, I'm using this Chow tape model. I've decided it sounds better. I changed my mind. It sounds better than the tape cassette 2-1. And the saturation is about halfway up. The drive is maxed out. And then I turned the tape speed down to 7.5. 3.75 sounded good also. So that really, yeah, that then I put an exciter on that. Yeah, the snare is just like really like over the top. I mean, this EQ is like insane, but it just gave me that sound. It just slapped on this, you know, this mild sort of compressor API. And then the kick is just another really extreme EQ. You know, it's just like, I've just messed with it a little bit, but to match what I had on the 388, I just started with copying the settings that I had on the 388. And then when those didn't sound like it, I just went further. But I started out by, yeah, like the scoop here is allegedly matching what I said it on the 388. If you care about my opinion, I will tell you, I'm not just gonna say the analog one sounds better because it's analog. I actually think that the in the box one sounds really nice. The flexibility of it is really great. The tone of the analog one, like the tone of the snare and the tones are better, but I also wouldn't have known how to make the in the box one sound good if I didn't have the analog one to reference. I was literally referencing it the whole time and kept checking and trying to make it like it, you know, even like just looking at the EQ and using that as a starting point. It was my guide, so I like them both. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like this video or this video. Thank you so much for subscribing.